Hello, my name is Adler. Welcome back for another episode of Courage and Steel in Supreme World Ultimate as the Soviet Union. And in previous episode, we managed to capture Saigon. We had a bit of well, there was a coup in Colombia. The now dictatorship there, slightly leaning towards us. I don't know how much they are actually leaning. Let's actually support the government, shall we? It might keep them in good relations with us. Also, how much do they have? There's a bit of war justification on both sides. The people don't really like us. The government themselves does, but the population doesn't. It looks like our artillery is having some fun time there. Target practice, as we call it. Let's bring in the artillery over there. That should be close enough. Move this one into Mytho, I suppose. And, oh right, that combat engineers to repair. These could potentially try to get across the river in the meanwhile. And let's send in the tanks. Oh, that was a Chinese supply unit there. We are on a bridge though right now, so we will be taking quite a bit of damage overall. And oh, Chile is no longer NATO aligned, it's just leading. But they are moving back and forth there. Suppose I could send in the supply trucks and the extra tank over here. Provide a bit of support and make sure the combat goes on. That one needs to be pulled back. Suppose we could send this one in instead. Should be able to break through there. There we go. Let's get into the city. Move these forward. And I suppose we'll also move in the artillery forward a little bit. There is some troops over here. We don't have much artillery firing on them right now. Modern missile prototypes have been researched, and Dominican Republic moves to NATO leaning from non-aligned. And Switzerland is NATO leaning. Alright, yeah. I suppose since people don't like me, they're less likely to align with my faction. Not entirely surprising. Let's just go ahead and get rid of these garrisons in here. We might have to move in the artillery forward, actually. From here we should have the range. Deal damage over there, and then we can take... there is that one village, though. I suppose we could take that one as well. Just so that they don't, you know, move the capital in there soon. Actually... how about you get into the town there first? There we go. That's been taken. And these can move forward. They probably have been resupplied already. Usually doesn't take all that long. And we are dealing pretty good damage here. We are in the woods, so we have a bit more defensiveness. And there we go. There's one of the 4 garrisons down. The rest will follow very shortly. There we go. I'm just going to drop in one of these tanks over there. The rest of these will start moving south. Towards Kanto. Oh, we're still bombarding there. Have we gotten any? No, we still haven't gotten the experience there. Guatemala is buying some rubber, and Austria is buying some timber. Do we have a lot of... oh, down to 100,000 consumer goods. So we've got a pretty good amount of industrial goods. How's the constructions going, actually? Have we got on those completed yet? We have. So that means that we actually got a pretty good consumer goods production in here. We might want to increase the minimum price at least 6,000. I mean, while the market price is higher than your minimum price, then it's fine. But if there is some sudden changes on the prices there, then we might have some issues. Oh, and strategic nuclear weapons is going to be done soon. Well, that's fine. Right, we don't have the artillery within or in position quite yet. We'll probably get these to the flank. And have we got on any more troops over here that could move forward? Probably not. Most of this Chinese contingent... ooh. Insurgency reported. Oh... I shall condemn the government. So if there is... technically speaking, there should be the revolution in Cuba soon, shouldn't there? Pretty sure that was in the 50s. Right, well, we're doing some bombardment over there already. There's only 2 garrisons visible right now. Oh, but there's a lot more in there, actually. Alright, that might be a problem. Cuba has moved to NATO aligned from NATO leaning. Alright. I guess the hatred of me has pushed them forward. Oh, and those are... oh, the Chinese are trying to push in there now. Let's pull the... one of these tanks back. There's only 3 garrisons remaining, so I'm pretty sure that we'll succeed in this. It might not be quite sudden, or quite as sudden as one might hope. Oh, and these are stuck behind the lines there. Oh, yeah, those are not going to end well. I don't have the troops there to break them out either. Hey, hold on a minute, where did you come from? Alright, let's just move in the tank here. And this tank there. So that they don't just grind through. Let's surround it, shall we? But clearly what we need to do is we need to get some more troops on the border there. Stop them from just driving in. Okay, actually that is a river province, isn't it? Yeah, so they won't be able to go around us through there, so that's good. We can move in this group into the town. You can stay there entrenched as well, just so that we have someone making sure that they don't just drive through. Right, these will need to pull back. We'll just put in that one tank supporting there. This area is, well, there's still these two towns, and oh, right, they did manage to recapture that, didn't they? Looks like the Australians are bringing a lot more troops in now. Oh, Dominican Republic is now non-aligned from NATO leaning. Alright, well, that's good news for us. Oh, and is that's one of the ISs. Oh, no, that's the 80 Infantry Support Battalion, which we sold to the Koreans. Well, our tanks are still holding. Could actually bring this closer so they can keep on fighting. Yeah, no, Australians are bringing a lot of troops. They're not necessarily the best troops, mind you, but they have quite a few of it. I'm going to move the artillery around a little bit. Is that... yeah, we didn't loot anything, so if they move in here we should be able to bombard. If the artillery is entrenched in a city, I think, and not on your lands, then they might not start firing from there against the enemies. Right, we'll need to get some more artillery. Now, luckily we do have quite a stack of artillery here somewhere. Wait. Oh, I sent them all in here. Or did they get sent somewhere back? Oh, I suppose that's a possibility. Yeah, we got a lot of artillery in here. Alright. Let's just entrench them into town there. I suppose they may have been pushed back by something. And the rest of that is just a bit of a mess. That was the only unit that we had in there. Alright, we'll just try or get some more artillery in here to support the attacks there. We'll have one group kind of keeping this flank secure and another one over here on this flank. That should be sufficient. It's already 2nd of August, so I think we need to do a lot more trading. Technology over here, orbital launch pad. Germany, you got 900 million. You're willing to give me 200, I'll take it. And then let's give radar to the Polish. Because Slovakians don't have a massive amount of cash, but we can probably sell the radar over there as well. Another 100 million. Yugoslavia has a lot of things. Let's give them the radar facility, shall we? I'll sell them. Romania's got a bit of money, so let's do the same for them. Albania, we've got pretty good relations with you now. I don't suppose there's any more pacts that you're willing to take. At least not free trade. Not the free movement of labor force. Missile defense, no. And then criminal extradition, no. Alright, well. That's too bad. I could actually send in the tanks from here to... oh! That's Philippines. They're bringing in a tank. And... Brazil is now NATO leaning. But yeah, I suppose I could move in a bit of troops in there to support the attack there. Maybe we can take out at least a garrison or two. Probably not too much more than that. There is a chance that we can capture that, and then defending that is going to be a lot easier than defending the bridge. Or you can just sit there and relax. Alright, we've got one combat engineer in Saigon that is almost ready. And there's still a lot of enemy tanks in here, and well, tanks and tank destroyers. Which is not bad necessarily, considering that we got 2 tanks guard in the front line there. Strategic nuclear weapons has been researched, and that's all the research that we just sold. Let's have, oh yeah, we got 8 billion right now. That's not bad. Tactical nuclear weapons, we could research that one. Doesn't seem like anyone really cares. There's the 50 kiloton nuclear bomb. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. We'll research that. And there's the air launch stuff. Which actually we still need the... Well, this one we could do. Maybe. But most of these don't seem to be that impressive. There's the air launch... Oh, right, yeah, that... Oh, that's one we could do. 20 kiloton nuclear bomb. Which... Did we just put that into research? No, we put the 50 kiloton in there, not the 20. Alright, how good is this one again? It does have the extra range, and that's actually pretty decent. It's got okay damage as well. Oh. A good thing that there's some Chinese in here. Let's spread our troops over here to get a front line going. We don't want to let that Matilda rocker through. Probably should capture that port, to be fair. That would calm down this area quite effectively. We don't have the artillery yet for it, though, but we've got a lot in here. So let's go ahead and start gathering some artillery, shall we? Is that all supply trucks, or where is the artillery piece? I know that we had some. Oh, there's still a massive group of them in here, slowly moving down south. Well, even more there. Okay, so we've got 10 units of artillery moving south, very slowly. That's technically enough 2 artillery groups, actually, so that's not bad. Let's move the tank over here to make sure that they don't outflank us from that side. Oh, and they managed to push the supply line there. Oh, hello. Right, I'm just going to drop the tank entrench on the town there. We can take the combat engineer out. Down south, and then over here we'll just move in the IS-2 on the bridge. So we could even probably move it on the... Well, yeah, we'll move it on the forest on the other side of the bridge. Send this one back. Down south, we can move these forward. Hopefully. Artillery can probably get into the town here. So one way or another... Oh, there's Americans in here. Dealing some damage. Yeah, you better run out. Or turn around. So how much do we have? We got 6 combat engineers. We don't have the artillery, though. Unless we move this one over here, which I suppose we could. I don't think we necessarily need it over there right now. There's a lot of Chinese troops doing the fighting for us. So there's only 4 garrisons in here. Should be dealing the damage quite quickly. But we'll probably have to pull back at least one of these. We're not in a good terrain here, that's for sure. There we go, that one got out of the combat. What did we research now? Oh right, yeah, that was the air gun. Good. We got another 4 over there. I don't know if we'll be ready to move in there. Oh, is there? Oh yeah, they got planes here. Let's move in the air guns closer. If they move in within reach, then we'll be doing some damage. Basically, if they fly up to there, which they might, then we'll shoot. They are dealing a fair bit of damage on our side, though. Okay, these should be good to go into the town now. There's only 3 garrisons that we can see. There is probably a 4th one in there. It's just not visible right now. It's probably repairing. This one we can send back to Saigon. Do we still have... Oh yeah, we got another combat engineer there. Have we started getting the artillery finally? Not really. Oh, okay, there's a little bit on the way there, at least. Okay, there is actually only 3 garrisons, so I suppose our bombardment has been quite successful. Got a tank over there, and Cambodia's capital is being threatened. There we go. Let's just wait for a few moments and send someone in there. After that, what we can do is we can leave one of these in here for now, until we've cleared out the port over here and South Vietnam is completely annexed. Ooh, there we go, we sank someone. There go some American troops. Oh, there we go. So our side has actually started getting some ground over here. Not really capturing all that many things, but covering a lot of ground, that's for sure. We managed to shoot at the enemy plane there, so that's good. Dominican Republic is non-aligned once again. I think once we're done with this war, we'll start doing a lot of trading with various nations, especially non-aligned nations, in order to try to turn them into our faction, or entice them to join our faction. Let's move ahead the artillery pieces in here, so they'll be within reach of the last remaining capital of Vietnam, or South Vietnam to be more precise. Or French Indochina, I believe, as they are. Oh, no, French South Vietnam. Alright. Right, we've got quite a bit of damage output in here, and I suppose a decent chunk of the troops have already gotten some experience. They're not quite green troops anymore. Moving these supply trucks in here. I think we are going to need those. There we go, combat continues. Now there are some merchant marines in here. I don't know if they'll be able to land anywhere. You know, they're turning about. Good. And what troops there were here are now turning about as well. Let's go ahead and send in a couple of tanks into the city. That should help. And then that should mean that the Vietnam will surrender. In theory, at least. There we go. Let's move this one forward. There might still be some moving about there. Region falls and sphere change for Dominican Republic again. There we go. So our front line over here held. It's not necessarily in that good shape right now, but we can start sending some more of the troops up north. We can move in the artillery group back over here. And then we've got these two that could certainly move across the river over here. We'll leave someone... For example, this combat engineer from here, we can leave that behind. Take these tanks and move them forward. And then I suppose... Oh, those are already on the move. These supply trucks need to be moved. Is that... Well, we've got a tank in there. But yeah, no, there are still some planes in here. Not too many, though. So we could move in these forward. To stand in there, we can move in the artillery maybe even forward as well, so we can start bombarding that area. Oh, yeah. Dealing pretty good damage to the planes. I mean, to be fair, airfield would be a quite ideal location to bombard. Oh, hello. Submarine's getting some fun. Yeah, just get in here. There we go, we shoot you. And then you move back. Unfortunately, we need to have a second submarine here to actually be able to sink them, I reckon. Now, to be fair, that might be easier said than done. I mean, it's a bit of a long distance. But we might have another submarine already built. So which one is this? This is Preston. Got some old submarines. Oh, we got one whiskey. So what we'll do is we'll move this one into sort of southern Korea again. And then from there we should be able to sail back to Vietnam and then to sail all the way down here, start sinking some of the enemy ships with the other submarine, and yeah, that should be fine. I'll use these combat engineers as a bit of flank over there. Or to guarantee, or guard the flank over there. Right, so this one, probably gonna have you at, over there actually. We do have this tank over here that we could also move in, so that would be a total of 7 units that are fully repaired. We can take out the stuff in Cambodia. At least we can probably get up to the capital. I don't know if we can capture it quite yet. We can certainly make our way down that way. Of course, if we were to take the port over there, then I suppose they can still bring in troops through the land border through Thailand, so it's not going to be necessarily guaranteed that they won't bring in reinforcements. It's going to be a little bit extra travel for them. Oh, another Australian merchant marine trying to get in here. Probably trying to do a landing. Sometimes they do such things. Not very often, though. Is that... Yeah, no, that's only 6. On the other hand, we do need to leave some troops over here to guard the flank. Let's just go ahead and cut the capital out. First things first. We do have supply truck in there. I suppose we could move these forward. In case they try to move something, and then supply truck is going to help there. Let's go ahead and move in the tank. Pull that one out of the combat. I think they are bombarding us with the artillery. Or maybe not. Oh, wait, no, is that... Yeah, no, that is artillery. Pull one of the tanks out. There's... Well, the amount of enemies in the capital is certainly dropping. There's fights going on in there. I suppose what we could do is we could bring our artillery forward. And these two can move a little bit forward. Now, to be fair, that's still too far away to actually reach that. Come to think of it. So let's go ahead and move all of these. I mean, I know that I could just select all groups at the same time and just use the formation move. There we go. Let's get into the capital. Now that has switched hands. Excellent. We've got one unit guarding the village there. Oh, they got that village around it. Ah, I see. So not massive amount of supplies are being provided there. Let's bring in one of the combat engineers in, and then we've got the artillery finally in here. Right. So what do we have there? We've got all one artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be enough for another group. I think we'll have at least one group over here. Well, actually, we won't be able to get there. We could have one over here, but that's probably not all that good location. Let's bring it down this way. Bring it on the other side of the river, basically somewhere in here. We should be able to deal with a lot of that. It looks like the Chinese are actually capturing something in here. Well, well, well. I mean, we do have artillery support in there, so that certainly helps them. We'll send in one of the combat engineers to give them a bit of support. There we go. And now they're probably going to go for that one. There's still... Oh, there's still some ships in here, I reckon, that has been capturing things for France. Well, alright then. Guatemala is buying some coal from us. Ooh, that's actually quite a bit of coal. Iraq is buying some coal. Alright. I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, we don't have massive coal production, but we are... Well, we've got pretty good stockpile still. 84 million. On the other hand, if we're selling more than 1 million tons per day, then it's not going to last that long. Let's just entrench most of these into the town there. Still got one tank on this group, so that's not too bad. Is this a river province? No, it actually isn't. That might be actually a pretty good location to start bombarding from, if there's enemies there, but I suppose if there isn't, then that's kind of pointless location in retrospect. But oh well. Don't suppose we have that much troops currently available for combat. What we do have, though, is a submarine over here that is, well, it's not quite ready to move out yet, so we'll just let it sit there for, I don't know, a couple of days more. Right, so now the Quebec Submarine is going to be the next one completed. Modern pharmacology is not far off either. Vaccine research improvements. And then we get the self-propelled AA gun. Tactical nuclear weapons. Improved missile guidance. It's a little bit expensive. Research, but it's not actually that bad. Through-hole printed circuits. Oh, right, that's going to unlock the silicon transistors, and then that's going to unlock a lot of things that we already have queued up in here. It's just we can't research them until we get the prerequisite text. Now, how's the research lab coming along? I know that we're building one. Still needs about a year. Well, according to that, a year. So it's probably going to be like 4 months still. Right, I'm guessing Colombia has a lot of money. They got a pretty decent amount of money, yeah. Let's go ahead and sell them some medical techs. And then Venezuela will sell some medical techs to you as well. Peru doesn't like us. Oh, right, Bolivia. You do like us. We'll sell you more techs. And I suppose Poland has a lot of money, so we can easily sell you... Let's just give you 2 tech. Oh, wow, you really don't want to give me a lot of money from those, do you? You know, get a few more trade deals in here so we can keep the relations with all the Warsaw Pact nations. Oh, right. Romania, you don't have the... We don't have the mutual defense. Let's see if we can make that a thing. Well, they haven't accepted that yet. Let's see if they will. But yeah, we've still got quite a bit of ways to do to get the... or meet the goals that we have of this series, but we'll see how we'll actually do those. Oh, right, that hasn't been captured yet. We do have some of the tanks here that would... Oh. Okay, we know that there's something in there, we just don't know how much. If we're bringing artillery within reach, though, it should be quite fine. And looks like this front line has started stretching pretty far in. There's not actually that much that Cambodia has. That is their new capital, though. Do we have troops in here that we could send? We can send in some of the tanks, I suppose. Okay, yeah, there is a lot of troops there. Australia and New Zealand have formed an alliance. I thought they already had one. Let's have a look at the productions real quick. So food is still a bit expensive. Rubber is quite expensive, and we're kind of meeting our demand already. Let's just go 100% capacity, I suppose. Timber is... Oh, actually, we could produce more. Go for 60% capacity, because we do make a bit of money out of it. And petroleum is still, well... price isn't very high. Compared to the production cost. It's like 1 extra per barrel, I suppose. So, yeah, not much. Metal ore, we still get a pretty good amount of money. Of course, we are selling a decent bit. We've got a massive stockpile of it. And uranium, we now got all the production for it, which we're using for... Oh, right, and we're selling a lot of uranium as well. Are we the only one? No, we're not the only ones exporting, but we're definitely one of the few. Oh, USA is importing a massive amount of uranium. Alright. They don't produce any. Then electric power. We do need more. But at the same time, we can't really do everything, is the problem. Unemployment is only 4.2%. And then consumer goods, we're at least making some extra, making money out of it. Industrial goods, we might need to get some more production. And military goods, yeah, we're not doing that much with them. Let's get into tanks, and I suppose we could get one of the engineers in here as well. Actually, no, there's only 5 units, so we can get both of the engineers in there. And then get into the land bridge here. And just, advance in, I suppose. Yeah, no, that's one garrison down. The second one's going to go down rather quickly. We might have to pull one of these tanks back, but beyond that, it's not too bad. And Muscat Oman moves to NATO aligned. From NATO leaning. Oh, right, so they're going further in. Okay. Well, at least that's another city conquered. Right, well, I suppose now that we've got that, we'll just leave someone in here. I suppose technically that heavy tank could stay there in case there's some enemies trying to move in. We'll take the troops there. We could capture that one and then just go along here, along the border, then take that one. And then for the capital, I suppose we might want to actually clear out this area first. So maybe we'll just follow the road through there. That, could take that one first, I suppose. So there's a few less surprises, I suppose. But I do believe we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.